We are reviewing Axel F. Beverly Hills Cops 4. I had to make a pause. Stay tuned.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Alright, welcome to another episode of Haire Movie Monday. So, we are reviewing Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie Murphy is looking so seasoned. You gotta understand, like, I've been watching this movie. I've been watching him in films since Golden Child. Yeah, remember that? I've been watching him for so long, so to see him redo Beverly Hills Cop. Now, what the original ones, I might go back and watch those because I just remember my dad loved him. I can't do the Eddie Murphy laugh; it's not good. My dad loves Eddie Murphy. Let's review. I don't have anything else before that, so let's talk about the review. The review is basically Axel F is a parentheses retired police officer for Beverly Hills. He's currently in Detroit, Michigan, and basically he's still working with his colleagues. The reason why I sound like this with the review, I just don't understand the purpose of making another one, but I digress. Let's go. And so he's still working with his colleagues, so it starts off with an active chase. He convinces a newbie that basically he wants to work with him and that they should chase after them, And so he ends up getting into trouble because, like, yes, he saves the day, but it's kind of like the superhero act. It's kind of like the superhero act where Superman, you use my car to beat everything up, but it's not paid off. Like, who's gonna pay for this? Like, I always wonder, who's gonna pay for this? And so he calls his daughter, lawyer Taylor Page from Hit the Floor. We love Taylor. And basically she has her own problems. So they're estranged because, he had to move them to a different state so he can protect them. And long story short, Taylor has her own issues. So she's also stubborn like her father. And she basically has it where she's getting threatened by opposition. And so he flies out immediately to protect him because a mutual, like, his homie basically sees her as his niece, which I like the fact. I love relationships where even if I haven't talked to you in a while, if I see your kid outside somewhere, something's going wrong, I'm going to talk to you. And so basically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he has that I date black women face. He does. He has an I black women face. Anyways, but when he gets to Beverly Hills, Eddie Murphy noticed that something's wrong because it's just like, why is one of the elected officials at the police department, why he walk around in Gucci loafers? I was like, I mean, that is true because Gucci loafers minimum cost. Okay, so he knows that there's some type of corruption there. And so basically he starts digging deeper and he finds out that his homie that was protecting his daughter was kidnapped by him for money because he was snooping around too much. They were actually selling, can we say that? They're selling snow inside of statues as a way of embezzling products into the U.S. And basically, he befuddles that and they save the day. And, a lot of tension back and forth about how he wasn't there to protect her. A lot of tension back and forth, like he wasn't there to protect her. He wasn't there to really be a father to her because, he was out saving the day on a different mission. And he left the mom and he left her and her mom in Detroit. And then to protect them, or some level of witness protection, because when he was there, the cartelage was basically threatening him. And so he sent his family away because, they're known for their patience. And so basically after all that, they save the day. And he ends up taking, Eddie Murphy's character, Axel F., ends up taking a bullet for his daughter, as he should. And so they end where they let's start from scratch. Let's try to start from scratch. And this is all helped by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Him and Taylor Page had a little fling back in the day, so they want to try to rekindle it as well. And everything's tied up with a nice little bow. Certain call outs I would say before I get into my review, certain call outs was the fact that They made sure to incorporate the copyright. Okay, we can't say that, but they made sure to incorporate like the theme music, a lot of like the Adidas. If you guys notice, like from when he first started the series, like a lot of the Adidas, like they made sure he had his Letterman jacket on because that's how he started. So my review of the movie, I give the review a 3 out of 5. I don't mean to sound stoic in my delivery of the review. It's just that I'm exhausted. I am tired because we keep remaking movies and not giving these new ideas a chance. Like, yes, I love the fact that, you keep letting the jock run the plays in the class. Like the classroom, I don't know, let me bring it back to high school. You ever had it where you're in high school and you have ideas too, but since you're not popular, no one cares? Like that's my delivery on it, because like I said, like I loved everywhere in the movie he carried. There's a lot of aha moments. I like laugh out loud moments, but I am tired. I am tired of just seeing the same thing over and over again. And a lot of people are just like, oh, you're complaining, you're not changing anything. I was like, listen, I've given y'all plenty of ideas. I was like, I think you guys should do a vampire movie where it's Black women. I think y'all should do a vampire movie where it's Asian men, or like I want something different. Like it doesn't have to be vampires, but I've given you guys different ideas, and like they have been shot down, so like no one has picked them up. And I don't know, that's just my opinion, but I do feel like there needs to be a change. Okay, so I have on here that a marathon of movies refresh. So that's why I have on here too. Like I think that's why I gave it a low score, because when I watched, I was so little, and it was mostly in syndication. It wasn't in real time. I was not born in the 80s. So it's just like I didn't really know, like I didn't really feel the extent of like, oh my God, like Bad Boys was more my era. Like Bad Boys, like when I saw the fourth one, I was like, okay, I'm excited to see it because like this makes sense. Like I was there, like I wouldn't say I was there. I was in second grade, but I was there enough to like have an emotional attachment. This one I was just kind of like, this is nice to see Eddie Murphy making jokes, but I don't know anything. I didn't know he had a kid, like I didn't know he had a kid. Like no one really said, like, I don't remember a time where it's like, okay, and then Eddie Murphy had a kid. I don't remember that from the film. Them bringing all the original characters back was amazing. We love to see it. And then I have on here too certain parts that drag. Once again, illegal use of time. I always say that. Like I felt like the movie was so long in certain parts and just kind of rushed through. I was like, but why were they in Detroit? Next one. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, wait, like we want to know why. Why were they in Detroit? Like you have to let us know, like why were they in Detroit? You didn't even tell us anything. You just moved it along. I was like, okay. And then I have on here main character syndrome. You're trying to sit there and tell me that main character syndrome is that you're trying to sit there and tell me that none of them bullets hit. He literally walked into a field of bullets and nothing hit him. He was like, hey, I got it. What are you talking about? Like, you're like the main op. Like, the fact that they went to the Jedi, they went to the stormtrooper school for hitting a Mart. Ain't one of y'all hit Axel. None of y'all hit him. Okay. So whatever. And then later on, that's when he caught the bullet in his shoulder conveniently somewhere, nowhere near major arteries. Didn't hurt. Who was supposed to Ben get hit? Like, I know it sounds mean, but I was like, who's supposed to Ben get hit? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop playing. Okay. I have on here, I'm glad they did not bring it to theaters because they knew better. Stay with me now. Hey. Don't stop. Don't be no stop. I'm glad they didn't bring it to movie theaters. There was something about it just screamed last minute. Like I said, like I did it with my Family Affair review 3 days ago. Like I'm not going to put into effort of reviewing something when I feel like you have not turned in work worth reviewing. Like there's a certain level that my patience just goes out the window. That's why, like, I have a lackluster review. Like, I wrote a couple of notes, but it's nothing in detail because I feel like you put lack of effort, I put lack of effort. Like, it's kind of like a teacher would be like, I get paid regardless, right? Like, I'm going to get the views regardless from this review. So I can say, I can literally sit here and y'all can watch me touch my nose and touch my belly for the next 20 minutes, and I'm still going to get that viewage. I'm still going to get engagement, but I just felt there was no effort put into it. Like, yes, he did his own stunts, I think so. And it was nice to see everybody. Thanks for the class reunion. But you could have just had a Beverly Hills Cop class reunion and we could have just moved on about our business. Like, this just gave very much like there was no effort put into it. Like, the plot made no sense. Like, if you can sit there and tell me why were they selling the snow and the statues, I couldn't even tell you why. It wasn't old or anything. So I use the last 2 to 5 minutes to basically talk about just in general. Once again, like, we gotta stop letting people who have already been in class, like,
95 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 76 degrees.
I don't know why Alexa was talking in the middle of my review. Anyways, but like, I really want us to give these new ideas. Like, I still want a Chronicle II. I still want like, what's another movie that they just cut off? Like a Thumbelina 2, I don't know. But I really want us to start entertaining the idea of giving, like, and like I said, like, there's a lot of money at stake because people want to put money on a sure thing. I get it. That aspect, I definitely understand. People want to put money on a sure thing, but it is frustrating, at least for me. It is frustrating the fact that, like, y'all aren't even giving it a chance. Like, a lot of y'all aren't even giving these new movies a chance, like these original ideas. Like, that's why, like, I will give points I'll give a way lot more points to someone who's coming with an original idea, like, compared to someone who's already here. Because now I'm gonna have a certain level of expectation. I'm gonna have a certain level of expectation that's here because you already been here. You already showed me what you can do, and I'm not impressed. So I don't know. That's just my perspective on it. But I was disappointed. Like, I didn't really like the fact that we're bringing back old movies because, like, what happens is that sometimes, like, it's a period. It's not a colon. It is a period. It's not a comma. Like, it's okay to end a series. Like, there's one movie that I know if they ever reboot, like, for example, I want to say, allegedly, they're trying to remake the Harry Potter series. Listen, Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter. And Tom Felton is Draco Malfoy. Okay? That's the end of that. End of sentence. Hermione Granger is Emma Watson. Rupert Grint is Ron. Okay? That's the end of sentence. Like, y'all have to stop rebooting because, one, to me, I feel like they do so much hard work. Like, when Eddie Murphy first did Beverly Hills Cop, it was in the 80s. And you know they wasn't feeling us then. Okay? And there's a little bit of a historical fact there. Like, he did this when they was not feeling us like that. You know? So for him to be able to, like, redo the movie, I'm just like, you're missing the historical aspect. Like, you're like, it's okay to finish that. Like, I feel like Bad Boys, I also was saying, like, Bad Boys is done. Like, I feel like Bad Boys for Life, that was the end of it. Like, I feel like it's kind of like Fast and Furious. Like, if they ever reboot the series, oh my God. If they ever reboot this series, don't give them any ideas, but if they ever reboot the series and try to have it be a son or something, like, I promise you, like, I will start my own petition. Like, there's just something about just ending it. It's okay to finish the relationship. You don't gotta spin the block, you know, like, you don't have to do none of that. Like, it's okay to finish the relationship. Like, even with me, whenever I create a video, like, if I feel like I have nothing else to say, like, I'll end the video. Like, but these people, I feel like they're just, okay, what else can we get from here? Like, what other money can we get from this? Like, what else can we get from this person? Like, you're stretching it, you're pulling it, like, you're ruining your legacy. I rather end on a good note. Like, it's kind of like if you're in a relationship and it's getting towards that toxic side, like, you know, that toxic side where, like, you and that person are just not, just not good for each other. That's when you should step back. Y'all wait till y'all go over the bridge, under the bridge, and through the woods. And then you're just like, okay, now I want to end it. I was like, dang, like, you done ruined the relationship. You done ruined everything. Like, before you get there, like, even to me, like, even with my temper, I know I've always had anger issues. Even my temper, like, before I get there with somebody, I step back and say, hey, I know I'm getting there, so let me pull back. It's the same thing with these series. Like, just back up. I don't understand, but if you guys have any other movies that you want me to watch, I can watch them immediately. I won't say immediately, but when I have time, any specific movies or series you guys want me to watch, definitely can pop that in. That's like 90 minutes. I can do a review really quickly, push them out. So don't forget to subscribe, share.